Yeah, out of nowhere we got a disconnection here. But yeah, refreshing, I think I'm back. But speaking of ice cream, I tasted lime ice cream the other day. Dude, lime ice cream is the one that I did, or I tried cooking once. And it is super refreshing. It's so good. I need to do it again. But I was going to say that I watched videos about ripoffs. So here comes some funny names of ripoffs of like brands and places that we are all familiarized to, but the ripoffs are like kind of cringy, right? So would you guys try a pack of Boreos? Would you be down to eat some Boreos? What about Boreos ice cream? Yeah, there is somewhere in the world where they sell Boreos, not your regular Oreos. Then we have the Game Child. Mom, I wanna play Game Child. Buy it one for me, right? And you know what? I'm pretty sure many kids were traumatized in their lives because their parents went to the stores and then their parents didn't know the difference between Game Child and Game Boy. So then, hey kid, isn't this what you always dreamed of? And then here comes Game Child for the kid. Yeah, there is Game Child as well. You like those knockoff brands? So here comes a full list for you. Some of them probably, let's say, the names won't be too close to the original, but if you guys could see the logo, it's like a straight ripoff of the original logo, right? So some of these names may not be too close to the originals, but the logos will be. So if you, I don't know, Google those names, you can see their logos and then make the connection. They usually cost less. Actually, Ultras, last weekend I did also bring up one ripoff or knockoff name or brand. It was the Dreamcast. It's like the Dreamcast video game, but with T. So it's like the Dreamcast. Everybody says that the Dreamcast rocks. It's like better than the original Dreamcast because it has original parts of the original console. It has a built-in monitor or a screen, so it's like a portable video game now. The Dreamcast turned portable. You can play it on the console, like you don't need a television. It has it's not locked for regions. Like you can play games that are not region locked, while in the original you have the region lock, and it works with like the regular and original controllers and stuff. So like the ripoff is better than the original, and it's called the Dreamcast. Man, what's going on with the stream now? I'm getting lots of frame drops right now. No, Victor, you did not change your Twitter username. Are you serious? But then tomorrow you'll be changing it back, right? Come on. And when they taste different, sometimes it's unique. I wouldn't say that I like knockoff brands, but I like, let's say, low budget brands. Especially supermarket brands. I don't know if that's a thing in there, but here in Rio there is this one big chain of supermarket, and they have their own brand, and that brand costs way less, and honestly, it's freaking good. It's a much better deal than buying, I don't know, more popular and national brands. So I do freaking love the supermarket's original brand. But then a knockoff brand, I don't know. Most of them are fishy, in my opinion. Although Victor loves their names, so let's continue the list. So there is this one that's like, look up. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a helicopter? No, it's a special man. Yeah, we have a special man as well. Not the Superman, it's special man. And then now it's the restaurants and like fast foods. Would you guys order a pizza from Dominic's Pizza? Not Domino's, Dominic's. This one I should recommend to Pilot. Pilot is the Domino's addict that I know. Then you have Sunny Day, which is not Subway. This one is one of the cases that I said that the name may not be that close, but if you look at the logo, it's a straight ripoff. Sunny Day. This one is one of my favorites. Pizza Hut. Yes, let's buy a pizza at Pizza Hut. Yeah, this is a very creative one. Not as creative though as the best name ever for a restaurant. If I'm ever traveling to Italy, I'll be eating at Italy. Eataly. Italy, right? Italy. That's the place I'm going if I ever go to Italy. Best restaurant name ever. Then we have KKFC. I would never go there because I don't go to KFC at all. Imagine going to KKFC. Then we have some Bucks Coffee or even Starbucks Coffee. I also don't go to Starbucks that much, so I probably wouldn't go to either of those two. Then we have McDonald's, and this one is an European one. Not sure where, but the donor is like a word that has the umlaut on the O. Then we have Burger Friends! Yeah, Burger Friends, I can see myself going to it because I love Burger King. Actually, I made my parents addicted to Burger King as I started ordering Burger King in here. So it's now their favorite burgers. Because before they used to only eat at McDonald's, they never tried Burger King. And then since Burger King has better prices, I decided to order it in here more. And then now they prefer Burger King. Then we have the Dairy King, which is like the counterpart of the Dairy Queen. And then as we were talking about ice creams, I believe the Dairy Queen is like one of the best ice creams ever, but it's not here in Brazil. We have the Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, the Donkey, right? Donkey Kong. They should make that one Donkey Kong Donuts, right? Not just Donkey Donuts. Also not common. Donuts are not common here in Brazil. I was even talking to, I think, Ultras or Meowser about that. But there we go. Those are the rip-off names right there. I think that Pizza Hut was my favorite, honestly. Pizza Hut was so great. They special, man. He's a little bit special. He is, right? It sounds crazy. They do. Would be so funny if it was crappy made, so it was just slightly wrong. Do you mean the special man, like Sonic? Maybe Sonic the Hedgehog? Italy is the best name, right, Victor? I was like, Jesus, I need to go to this place if I ever go to Italy. And lately, I have been wanting to go to Italy. It was never really on my radar. But after I saw how Rome actually looks a little bit like Rio, but it looks like preserved, while Rio is kind of... It's a bit more dirty and, not as preserved as Rome. I don't know, I felt that place, I wish I could go there. But it was never a country that I really dreamed to go. Especially because it's normally off track when you're visiting European countries. You can like get a train to go to Germany, France, all sorts of places, Spain, Portugal. But then you need to take a detour if you want to go to Italy. And then that's why, okay, I'm not taking the detour. But now I don't know. Now I kind of have more desires to go there. So stores in Chinese malls always have those funny names, like knockoff names. Yeah, many of those names were Asian stores, but they were in the Asian countries. Like they were not, I don't know, like the example you're giving right now. In Canada, I found this, let's say, Asian store, and then the knockoff name. Oh, in the video, they were showing them in their original country, like in Asia. There is the Las Vegas Ocean Drive, and then Emerald Park Oasis, but they sell phones. I'm not used to those names. Station 28 Public, but they will sell like tea. Italy is a wonderful country. Yeah, man, it does surprise me now. But of course, if I go there, I'll be eating a lot, right? Even the weather, I would say, like the day in there looked a lot like something I could see happening in Rio too. It sounded very sunny and bright. So the Pacific Mall is a Chinese mall that is like a giant flea market. Speaking on Chinese malls or like Chinese markets, um, what about that one market that you find some guava paste and some other great and different and exotic dishes, Ultras? Have you found anything new or interesting there? Or are you still under the mood for going for the dragon fruit? Have you like tried something past the dragon fruit? It's well known for its counterfeit product and extreme China culture. It's literally a vacation to visit. There is a flea market in São Paulo that I wish I could visit it. Yeah, it was one of the things I wish I have done when I was visiting São Paulo. One of the reasons why is because in there, let me get you pictures. In there, they are very famous for having this one sandwich. This one sandwich right here, which is like a mortadella sandwich. Guys, I need to try that. There is almost no bread because the mortadella gets it all. The stores are like that. Yeah, this looks a little bit like a gallery maybe. Can you use the name gallery for this? We do have a couple galleries here in Brazil too. Look at those DVDs right there though. They have Shrek, Winnie the Pooh, which by the way, let me see if I can find it. I just got a memory of something regarding Winnie the Pooh that was kinda surprising to me. I don't know if I will find it anymore. guys. I'm not finding it. Yeah, never mind. But basically, it's a very weird decision from Disney to like create a starting screen for the Piglets game that's so inappropriate. It's pretty much showing Piglet's butt on the starting screen, but I could not find that picture. And like, it's a kid's game, it's a Disney's game, and then we are like starting the game. The first thing you see is Piglet's butt, and then it says press start button. But then I could not find the picture because I saw that on a video, but then finding the video now would be like, it would take a while. They were known as a place to get movies on DVD while still in the theater. That looks deadly. The upper level of the mall was like old school streets of China, and they are called the Heritage Town. They had a place that sold swords. Wait, but how are they not closed? How can you freaking sell swords like casually? They had a Buster Sword. Isn't that from Final Fantasy VII? So I think I kind of brought up most of the topics that I had to talk about, but one. So I think I will bring it now, but it's another list. It's a list of games that are underrated for the Nintendo 64, and then I wonder if you agree with that list of like, yeah, those games are underrated, or like, no, those games are shit, don't play them. So let me tell you how's the list like. So here comes the top 10 most underrated games for the 64. But first let me see Ultra's picture then. It's called The House of Knives. I will recognize the sword. I'm guessing it's Final Fantasy VII sword, isn't it? Oh, never mind, it's the Master Sword. I actually took a picture with one once. Yeah, I went to a anime slash game event, and somebody was wielding a Hyrule's shield and the freaking Master Sword, and then I took a picture because I was wearing my Toon Link shirt. But again, this right here blows my mind of like, oh yes, it's a weapon shop, like what? This is something that I will not see in Brazil. So back to the list. Have you guys ever played... Oh wait, this first one I played it on stream. Space Station Silicon Valley. Who remembers that game? It has a lot of glitches, it's quite hard, the platforming is hard. Maybe the fighting was the hardest, but I gotta say it was a good game. It's Mario Odyssey before Mario Odyssey. You just need to like not judge the, let's say, the low budget of the game, because if you're patient, right? If you're patient, it's a good game. Yes, the Buster Sword was there. Actually, there is a sword right there that reminds me of Sephiroth's sword. It's the one right to the Hyrulean or Master Sword, right? I cannot see the Buster Sword in here. I can see the one that reminds me of Sephiroth and the Master Sword. Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's not in the picture. There we go. We also have Wingback. Wait, Wingback what? Wingback Covert Operations, I believe. And it seems that it's an investigation game. I actually have never heard of this game in my life, but it seems to be an underground or a hidden gem of the Nintendo 64. That's a game I have never heard before. Wingback Covert Operations. Then we have NBA Hang Time. Basketball games are not my thing, but maybe X5 could have played this one because he does like some sports games. We have Blast Corps. I have seen a little bit of Blast Corps before. What gets to me about this game is the music. They have a very funny music in there. I think it's called Simeon Acris. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right though. I think it's Acris. Maybe it's Acris, but I don't know. But it has a funny soundtrack. That's why, or that's what I get from this game. And then we have Rayman 2: The Great Escape. Agreed. This game is amazing. It's actually the first Rayman game I have played. I wish I could have beaten it, but I couldn't. It gets very hard in the end with a rocket section. I could never get past it. But I remember that when I was playing this one, I felt like that was the most beautiful looking game for the Nintendo 64 I have played. Maybe today I would backtrack on that opinion, because I have seen it sometime later in the future, and I was like, is this really the most beautiful game I have seen? Or I have played on this console? But it is a good game. Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. I just wish that it had, let's say, um, a more remarkable soundtrack, maybe. It has a good soundtrack, but for most of the game, it's very silent. But I do love how they have a track that's pretty much the Psycho's theme. I even used it on the With Dad part for the Yearn Awards. Yes, I used that song from Rayman too. That sounds a lot like the Psycho song. And it happens when a spider is chasing you. You don't remember when I played on stream? I played um, Space Station Silicon Valley. Yeah, it's been a while. The grapes are really good. I'm kind of thirsty today, so I wish I had grapes too. But I can go back and eat more fruit salad, right? It has melons, mango, banana, apples. I believe those are the fruits. Then we have Goemon's Great Adventure. That's a platform that I still need to play, and I also think I will like the soundtrack of it. I believe there are two games of Goemon actually. DK Kai, thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? We are here training our Sidramon, trying to make him into the last ultimate I need to register on this game. And in the meantime, I'm talking about this one list I saw that has pretty much some hidden gems on the Nintendo 64. But yes, I'm aiming for that last ultimate right there that I'm guessing it's going to be Megadramon. But we will only see once it's happening. Even if I get the other option, which is Mega Sidramon, that's all good because then we can go to the tournament. Then we have Wait, I can't understand my my spelling in here. Give me a second. Oh, okay, there we go. Beetle Adventure Racing. I think this is about that car, right? The Beetle car or something? Yeah, Beetle Adventure Racing. I remember some movies that were around that car, but I have never played this one game. So far, you haven't mentioned a game you have played, Victor? Let's see, let's see. The next one is Jet Force Gemini. What about it? It's a rare game. Maybe you could have played it because it's a rare game. I have heard good things about this game too, but some people say it has aged a little bit, and maybe the gameplay won't be as enjoyable today, right? Because of like its weird mechanics. Then the other one is NFL Blitz. Not a game for me because I don't know almost anything about football or like, not soccer, but like American football. So yes, that's not a game for me. And then the last game is Mischief Makers. I have heard of it, but even though some people say it's fun, I don't know what to think about it because it looks very wild and weird. So maybe I can only see the magic of this game, Mischief Makers, if I play it myself. Just like what I was saying earlier about Super Monkey Ball. Everybody says it's fun, but I do not get convinced to start playing it myself, you know? But Victor, out of those games right there, the only one I have played is Space Station Silicon Valley. Oh, wait a minute, but Victor has played Mischief Makers, you see? We both got one game then. You think it is awesome? But don't you think that for those that have never played it, it looks, I don't know, strange or like, don't jump into this shit? What made you jump into that shit, Victor? What convinced you to start it? You see, everybody says it's good, I know, like, you're not the first person that says it to me. But when I watch a trailer or a gameplay of it, I'm like, really? The same about Super Monkey Ball. Maybe I should change my question. What makes that game good for you? That's a good answer actually. I got it when I was a kid. Because otherwise would not jump into it, right Victor? Be honest here. Which is my case. It's good, trust me. I mean, sometimes I do pick some weird games to play. Not necessarily it means I will like them, but I don't want to say it's impossible. It is possible. It's just that I will need to get that hard push, right? It's just an awesome creative side-scroller. It's great. I will be mind blown if I play that game and then after I play it, I will become a victor of like, everybody, you gotta play this game. It's good. Trust me, it's good. I don't know if that game will like convert me into such a thing. But I will say that because you're saying it's good, it does give me more curiosity, so... Oh yeah, by the way, Victor, we still haven't trained our pi number today, right? 3.4... Wait, no, wait a minute. 3.14. 3.1415 926 8979, right? What's the next one? Do you know? Up to there, I believe I was able to remember. 3.14, 15, 926, 8979. If I had to guess, I would say 4. Yeah, 4 comes after that. Let me see if I'm feeling the pi number spirit, and then I can start guessing what's next. Wait, I missed 535? Wait, I missed 535? I said it, right? 3, 14, 15. Oh, wait a minute, I did miss that, right? I went, yeah, you're right. I probably said 3, 14, 15, 9, 9 to 6, 89, 79. Yeah, there is 535, that's true. So let's go again. 3.14, 15, 9 to 6, 535, 89, 79. There we go. The next is 3 to 3. That's okay. 3 to 3. I will try remembering those three. 3.14, 15, 9 to 6, 5 to 5, 89, 79, 3 to 3. I can also try creating a story on my mind. At least for the final parts of this memorization. We just need to imagine that we entered in a time machine and then we were visiting the 89 years, or actually the year of 89, and then we jumped into the 79, and then in there we stopped in a jungle where we were jumping. 3, 2, 3. There we go. You just need to imagine you were time traveling into 89 and 79, and then you land in a forest, and then you're jumping 3 to 3 like Tarzan. There we go. I will never forget that sequence anymore. Although I don't have creativity to create a story for the beginning of this number. Like 535, what can I make out of that? You love it? There we go. Yeah, we gotta have time traveling. If I'm creating a story, it must have it. And then we have a forest, Tarzan. I never really liked Tarzan, to be honest. I believe he's a favorite character of many, but not mine. To me, he's loud and noisy. Oh, Digimon is not back. Lately, I have been thinking a little bit about rewatching The Lord of the Rings. But as soon as I remember the first movie lasts like almost 3 hours, I kinda give up on the idea. But I don't know why I have been wanting to rewatch it. It just ate a dangerous amount of grapes. Can Oliver eat grapes? The Yorkshire we have here in our home is always looking for food. He even got some... How is this in English? My parents were complaining and then like kind of fighting the dog because he was asking for too much food. Oh wow, Ultras. They're so good they almost take like Faith Purple Grape lollipop flavor. Everything The Lord of the Rings is way too long for its own good. I have been thinking about rewatching it. Normally I rewatch like the Harry Potter movies or something, or the X-Men. We don't have any stray dogs around. I mean, this one in here is not a stray dog, but he's always hungry. But there are definitely feral cats hanging around. But not common to see them though. I mean, here in Brazil we have lots of stray dogs, like lots. Every time I go to walk in the beach, I see stray dogs. Sometimes you can find a cat as well, but it's not common. It's just uncommon. It's also not like very rare, but it's just uncommon. But stray dogs are common. There was this one place near a scrapyard where if you pulled into this small parking lot, this group of cats would emerge. They lived inside a van there. Hopefully somebody was giving them like food and water. In here, normally who takes care of stray dogs are the homeless people, right? Many homeless people will have a dog. I don't know where these cats or how these cats stayed warm though, because of the winter. Stray dogs is pretty much not a thing in Sweden either. There are some stray cats, but it's kind of uncommon. I wonder if it's because, from my impression, of course, it's like not. It's only based on my impression. Don't trust my information. But in my opinion, I believe there are more cats than dogs that at least people have as pets in other countries, while here in Brazil it's the opposite. Most people will have dogs, I believe. So that make me wanna believe there are more dogs than cats in here, which probably impacts the amounts of stray dogs and stray cats we have. But when I think about the other countries, I see so many people having cats as like pets, and only sometimes I see somebody having a dog, you know? In here, it's like dogs everywhere. Oh, player hater, thank you so much, man, for that resub. What's up, man? This game reminds me of Monster. I was mentioning it earlier today. And did you know that that one odd game called Super Monkey Ball is getting Suezo as a DLC character? Yeah, man, the Monster Rancher is getting revived, and little by little you're seeing the information like here and there. Like we're getting the remaster, we're getting Suezo in another game. Who knows? Maybe soon we can see a character in Smash Brothers even. But once that game is released, I will consider playing it. Yes, I do want to play it because it's also going to be out for Steam, right? So I will see how that goes. I do want to test it out because I loved Monster Rancher. I still gotta go back to the anime as well. I never watched the end of it. And from the few scenes I have seen of that announcement, the graphics of the Monster Rancher game looked good. It even reminded me a little bit of this game. In winter, it's common practice to kick your tires or bang your car because sometimes cats in the winter will go underneath them or even crawl into a space near your engine to stay warm. That reminded me of how I almost died as a kid. I was crawling under my mom's car, and then when she was going to take the car out of the garage, a neighbor stopped her because the neighbors saw me. So my mom could have ran over me, right? Several, have you played that Monster Rancher game that player here is bringing up? Because I do want to try it at some point. I still remember that on the very stream of this game right here, Digimon World, we talked about the Monster Rancher game. I still remember that because people were recommending me it. Since then, I have been curious to try it. We are now at part 70, I think, but at part 1, we were talking about Monster Rancher, that's for sure. But I'm not gonna lie, I have been wanting to play Dragon Quest a lot too. I was even watching one episode of the anime today. I believe the anime is finally getting to its final parts. And seeing all of those different characters of like, you have a magician, you have a hero, you have a healer, you have a seer, you have a warrior, you have a beast. Seeing all of those classes of like RPG things, I'm missing some, turn-based JRPG or something. That you have a whole party and then you need to equip them and stuff. A brawler as well. I just hope that by the time I play Dragon Quest, the game is not too grindy or like it hasn't aged that much, because I'm expecting it to, aged a little bit at least. But I just hope it's not to the point of being stressful or too extremely hard. By the way, let me drink some water now. I said that I would be finishing this bottle. There was a moment where Victor went to get something to drink. I don't know if I asked what he got. Right now here at home we have caja juice, which is another Brazilian berry. And we have coconut water as well. You should have gotten water, but you did not? Did you get soda, Victor? Guys, don't do soda. Only in like special occasions maybe? Like a party with friends or something, but drinking soda daily is not good. You were addicted to Coke, weren't you? I believe that's what you got then. I'm now remembering the freaking... Yeah, there we go. I'm now remembering the freaking soda cakes. There was this one friend that her mom used to bake Fanta cake. I swear to you, the soda cakes are amazing. because they get all of that artificial flavors, and the cake kind of absorbs every little inch of that liquid, and it becomes fluffy and tasteful and fresh and moist. Seriously, if you have never had a soda cake before, a cake that's like that steals the taste of soda or gets the taste of soda, I need to bake my first one once, because I imagine it's not hard. But I swear to you, there is nothing tastier than a soda cake. It's like the best orange cake you will have in your life if it's made of orange Fanta. The orange one is the one that I saw the most. I know some people did other soda cakes out there. I imagine that the one that's made of lime soda might be fantastic too, a lime soda cake. But the one that I ate as a kid was the orange one. It was so good. It's the best. I will not say it's the best because I love carrot cake with chocolate, but it's right there, very close. Maybe a tie, you know? It's so worth. It is not a bad idea, Victor. This is just like the game you were telling me to play, like Mischief Makers. It looks like a horrible thing, but everyone that played it says it's good. Trust me. Everyone that has had the Fanta cake will say it's out of this world. There is the Coke cake, probably, but then I don't know if that one will be good. Not even my favorite soda, which is Guarana. Not sure if the Guarana cake would be good, but the fruity ones like orange and lime, those I'm pretty sure they will be good. Not sure about the grape cake as well, because there is the grape Fanta. Not sure. But the orange one is 100% sure you'll like it. It's so good. Oh my god, my Sidramon is now extra heavy. I will get to 6,000 of HP, and then we go to offense training. It sounds like it should be pretty sweet. The thing is that it's very moist, and because it's moist, you don't really feel that sweetness that, I mean, it is sweet, don't get me wrong, but because it's not dry, it feels better. Do you get it? Because it's not like fully dry, it's not the only thing you feel when you are eating it. I will actually give him a super carrot because I'm worried about his wave. He's actually getting heavier. maybe another super carrot? He's still hungry and tired. So, Victor, earlier today we were talking about some, let's say, touristic places in Canada, and also some of our favorite places, but do you have one? Do you have a favorite place in Sweden? Is there, I don't know, a touristic destination that we all should check out? Or you don't necessarily have one? Also, is there a favorite place for you too, Subaru, or maybe even player hater? It doesn't need to be, I don't know, a freaking, let's say, gorgeous looking place. It's just a place where you feel peace or where you like to go to relax, maybe. Is your little studio. That's actually good. Yeah. Our houses are important, right? They are very important. Which reminds me that I need to start watching this one Marie Kondo show on Netflix. Marie Kondo is like the organization master, pretty much. Like she's full of tips and hints for like organizing people's lives and everything. I think the name of the show is called Sparkling Joy. You know what? Maybe that's a good watch for me this week. And then I will see if I can get more inspired about keeping my life organized and stuff. And Marie Kondo has this big respect for houses, like not for her own house, but especially when she's like hired to work on somebody else's house. Um, she likes to take a break of like some minutes and kind of pray for the house, like to to be thankful for that house, to be protecting that family that lives in there. So she pretty much finds a spot in the house. She kneels down. Hopefully, I said that correctly. And she prays for the house, like thank you for being a home for these people to protect this family and everything. It is very inspirational, and sometimes we do forget how important our houses, our rooms, our places are for us. One of my favorite places is definitely the balcony of my house. That balcony really helped me out when I was having insomnia, when I, especially now when I was like locked up at house during quarantine in 2020. That balcony saved me. Like I could sunbathe, I could relax, I could take a break. Otherwise, if I only had a window, I would struggle so much more to stay in peace, right? There are a few nice places here, but they aren't very touristy. Summer doesn't know a favorite place either. What about a magical place? Have you guys ever been to a magical place? There is this one museum even in Rio that maybe because of the journey I had or I have had to get there for the first time, that journey made that place magical or special to me. It's a somewhat far located museum, but I really loved being able to go there and visit it. And every time I think about it, I do feel some sort of good energy or good vibes out of it. Again, my little studio. Victor, you only need your little studio, right, man? That's it, and then uh, it's all about the simple things. Like you're not wrong, but you also gotta see the world, man. Come on, or like, uh, put your little studio into a trailer and travel around. And then there is the magical place that I most want to visit, right? It's my number one spot for travel destination, the Iguaçu Falls in the south region of Brazil. I believe once I get there, something will change on me. Like I'll probably feel re-energized. I will reinvigorate. Maybe I will refill my magic points. That's my objective when I'm visiting that place. All the stuff you have collected over the years that I have there to play with makes it kind of magical to you. You're just missing the Mew sticker and the platinum blue guitar you wanted. Totally, there are great places around the world, yeah. One of these days, Ultros was mentioning a very silent place he has been to, and then I told him that there is this island in Rio that it has a beach where it's very silent as well. I could say that place is kinda magical too. It is like a refugee in the middle of the mess, you know. Which remind me of a park in Rio. There is a park in Rio that's quite magical as well. Because again, it does the same job. It's a refugee in the middle of chaos. It's surrounded by streets and roads and cars and pollution. But once you are inside the park, all of those noises and sounds, they kind of fade away. Because that's actually some abilities that the trees have, right? They are very good for acoustic, not acoustic, I'm not sure if I'm using the right word for this, but they're good for insulating some sounds. Maybe that's a better word. So, like, bad noises from the city can get decreased when you are in the woods or in a park, you know. I believe the trees do something about it. I have heard of it, but like maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, that's something the trees can do. There is a few places that I have visited repeatedly that are quite nice, but at the moment you're happy at home playing with your guitars and synths. You're now remind me of my college. I love to go there to see the sunset because it's like next to the bay, the Guanabara Bay, and it is a special spot to me for sure. It's one of the things that I miss the most, or I miss visiting the most during these times that I'm not in my city or like I'm not going out that much. That was definitely a special place to me. There was a place like that when you lived in Malmo, which was quite nice since you really didn't like that city. And you know what's crazy? This one park that I said, it is next to the most famous park in Rio, the Botanic Garden. And the Botanic Garden, you need to pay a ticket to visit it. And it does have some cool things, but it's not amazing. And it's next to this one park that I'm talking about. That's for free to visit, It has many more things to amaze you when you're looking at the things the park has to offer. It has ruins. It has a big ancient house. It has an underground aquarium. Have you ever been to an underground aquarium? It has coves with like stalagmites and stalactites, and it's amazing. Like it's such a beautiful park. While the botanic garden will have, I don't know, a big field of some different trees and different flowers, but it's all artificial, you know? Like they separated that area to the cacti, that area to the roses, and most of times everything is kind of dry because of like how hot Rio is. Not saying it's a bad visit, but the must see one is the neighboring park that's called the Laje Park. Dude, it's so amazing. It has the freaking castle ruins, it has the underground aquarium, it has the coves, the building that's like an old um, coffee. The word is not factory, but like a coffee farm. Coffee farm. It has an old coffee farm that's abandoned, and then it has some very, crazy architecture to it, and it's for freaking free. They have also a big fountain. Yeah, it has a beautiful fountain that's shaped in a four-leaf clover. Dude, it's amazing. And then on the back of it, you can see the Christ the Redeemer as well. Actually, never mind. The Christ the Redeemer, you can see it from everywhere in Rio, so that doesn't necessarily count. But it's so much better than the Botanic Park. But at the moment, you're happy at home playing with your guitars and synths and stuff. Thank goodness, because it helped you for sure during the pandemic. If you are having fun at home. That sounds like an amazing. It is. It is very great. Thankfully, there is a bus that takes me from my city straight to that place. When I can finally afford to go to Brazil, you have to show me that park. It is awesome, man. They also have that one coffee farm that I said, and it gets sometimes some art expositions because it is actually an art school. So there is also that extra. You can even see a little bit of an art exposition that you can't see in the botanic garden. Not to mention that this one park has the beginning of the trail that takes you to the Christ the Redeemer. It's one of the trails that I kinda always wanted to take or to go, but I could never go for it. By the way, give me a second. I'm checking an email I just got in here. Um, yeah, I will skip this. I will check this email later. It would take some of my time to deal with it. So let me find the pictures. This is the coffee farm I was talking about with the fountain. Then inside of it you have this view with a crazy pool as well, but it's not like for people to swim. Man, they don't have pictures of like the aquarium or the rest. There we go. This is the underground aquarium. Wait, the table is shaking. You get down the aquarium on this crazy... I don't even know how to describe that. Crazy rocky building or something? It's like a cavern, right? A wacky looking cavern. And then you have the coves that I was saying. Although I see there is some... what is the word? Um, flare, right? There is some flare when I'm showing it on my phone. Yeah, this is an example of the cove. It's freaking awesome, and it's for free. It's such an adventure to go there. There is also a tower, like an abandoned tower in a corner of it. It's freaking great. And then once you are there, you kind of don't hear the city noises that much. It is freaking great, man. It was one of the first touristic places I went to in Rio. The same day that I went to the Sugarloaf Mountain for the first time, I went to that place. So it was a freaking awesome day. And thank goodness I found ways of visiting both. I mean, this one is a free park, but the Sugarloaf Mountain has the chairlift or the lift that's charged. But I learned how to go for the trail, so it's for free. So thank goodness I can go to those both places for free. I'll give him a potty just because maybe I can increase his happiness. Never mind, but he's still tired. Yeah, man. I miss going in Rio or going to Rio and visiting those places. It's funny that I actually inspired a friend. After I brought that friend to the Sugarloaf Mountain for the first time, and then I showed him like, look how easy it is for you to visit this place and how amazing it looks like. I created a monster. Now that guy's going to the Sugarloaf Mountain way more times than me. He even goes there with like a professional camera to take pictures of it. There we go. He learned the way, like the way of living in Rio. And I'm like not going to Rio that much anymore, which is okay too because I also started enjoying my city more. And my city also has some very cool things in there. And since it's closer to me, I don't even need to like pay for the bus ticket. I just need to walk by foot. Wait, what? He was tired, right? Oh no, but then after I gave him food, he's good now. Man, how is this Sidramon that heavy? You know what? Maybe I should stop giving him that much food. He should starve a little bit because that's too heavy, isn't it? That could be a problem for me. guess I will start using more carrots. And I need to think about the rest of the training too. I'm not focusing on magic points or brains. So I will go for defense and speed. Let's go for speed first. I was talking about earlier regarding knockoff brands and weird ripoffs of products and brands. I remember that this week I heard about this one horrible anime that I wonder if you would be brave enough to start watching such a thing. The anime is about, let's say, a tiny girl that was born out of a mayo jar. When I was saying earlier that there was this crazy sports anime based on a sport that I have never heard in my life, I even forgot how it was called. Kabaddi. There is even an anime for that sport that's like not popular at all. Then I learned that there is an anime about a girl that was born out of a mayo jar. Mayo. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, mayo. There are animes for anything. Anything we imagine, there will be an anime. I'm not saying that silly ideas for animes are necessarily bad. Like, there are silly ideas for animes that can work. But as the person was telling me that this one is like, do not watch this, I will trust the person. Animes are weird. Do you have a somewhat experience with animes, Victor? You don't watch many things, right? But I'm still like mind blown with the volleyball anime. Haikyuu was very good. Sadly, there are no predictions about new seasons though, but I hope it will happen. At least in the mangas of this anime, the story was completed. Yeah. But were you watching Pokemon as a kid? At least Pokemon? This week's, or yeah, this week's episode was about Espeon and Umbreon. It was a okay episode. Oh, by the way, losing frames once again. Oh, well, at least Pokemon you watched. I'm now realizing that I don't have any Pokemon-based shirt. I mean, I don't have many based shirts, but I should get a Pokemon one. I love Pokemon, so how have I never went after the shirts? Or at least one, you know? I have a Mario shirt, I have this Mortal Kombat one, I have a Zelda shirt, I have the Video Games Live shirt, but I also should get a Persona based shirt now that I'm thinking about it. I think I will actually take a look around, see what the shops have to offer. I will not buy anything, it's not like a good moment for me to be buying things, but just out of curiosity and to be aware of like which shirts are there from franchise that I like. Last year you saw a kid that had the coolest Pokemon shirt. It was full of Gen 1 Pokemon. I think I imagine how it was like completely covering with him or with them. I think I can imagine. There are some dress shirts as well. Have you seen the Pokemon based dress shirts? It's like a collection that goes for each Pokemon. Some are very great, but some are actually horrible. There is this channel on YouTube called Lockstin. He is actually one of the best Poketubers ever. His videos are always very entertaining and interesting. And then sometimes he analyzes or check or reviews Pokemon merch. I also love his plushie videos, like he gets all of the Pokemon plushies of a set and then he shows them and judges them and stuff. He did that with the Pokemon dress shirts collections as well. I wish I had one. Like, normally I don't dress formally, but I'm not gonna lie, some of those shirts are very cool looking. But I get the one you are saying. It's one of those um, very full of information shirts, but they are still awesome. Man, this Sidramon is very happy at least, right? I don't know if a Megadramon you could say it's like the happiest Digimon ever, but it's funny that training his speed is also giving me HP out of nowhere. He's still freaking heavy. You know what? I'm not going to feed him this time. There is no way. One item that I always dreamed to have is a Portal Turret plushie. Yeah, man, I wish I had a Portal Turret plushie. Because I freaking love those turrets. old is he now? He's 8 years old. Okay, we have some time to keep on training him. We're going to call it. It is 4 a.m. and it's very late. Yeah, I hope you can sleep well. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll talk again next weekend. I also hope I can sleep well today. But it's my body. My body has been waking me up like super early. I have been also getting those nightmares again. For example, tonight I had a nightmare of like somebody trying to invade this house, and then while I was trying to talk to the person or like stop him from entering the house, there was somebody else waking up my parents and then trying to call the cops. In the end, surprising. Normally nightmares end badly, right? This one we ended up great because the cops could get here and then they surprised that guy and then he was arrested. But why am I dreaming with such things, you know? Come on, give me cool dreams of like when I was surfing. That dream was one of the best dreams I have had lately. Sometimes I also don't mind getting dreams about the past. Oh! Well? This is not going to be a Mega Sidramon, right? Come on, we went on the complete opposite track. There we go, guys! Victor, we did it, man! Oh my god! You know what this means? No more Ultimates. Smash Brothers, it's not Ultimate. Sonic Colors, it's not Ultimate. Come on, give me more gaming titles that have Ultimate in there. Oh, Marvel Avengers, it's not Ultimate. No more Ultimates. 3 more Digimon for us to get. 3. Remember the 535? Yeah, it's that 3 that we are missing from the pi number. And pi has 3 letters. So there we go, it's 3 now. It's the 3 from Dark, the Triquetra. Everything is connected and we'll be getting them. There we go, Victor. The effort was worth, even though this Digimon was very heavy. The Digivolution still happened. Yeah, that nightmare ended up surprisingly well, but I don't want to dream of such things. Thank you so much for the applauses, man. Let's now reanalyze the chart, shall we? I'm a bit sad that in the weekend where I achieved like those great accomplishments, Alza is not here, X5 is not here either, Marmo was here, but I don't know if he's still watching. Like those people that were like, you know, kinda, where is the new Digimon or where is the progression? Here it is! If you're watching the VOD, please give me congrats on the next stream. Because we finally did it after a whole year of this game. Victor, thank you so much, man. Have a fantastic week too. Sleep well. I think that's like what matters the most for us. And take care, dude. We talk again next time. Enjoy your freaking fantastic room or studio, which is your favorite place in the world. So take care, man. Have a great week. Megadramon, right? Let's see what was his possibilities. I mean, we saw it before, right? Tyrannomon, Sidramon, and Airdramon. Huh. If I had to guess, I would say that Monochromon would be that. Right? Another dino like Tyrannomon, but not Greymon, which is another dino, but then Greymon has his own Digivolution, Metal Greymon or Skull Greymon. Yes, I would say that Monochromon would be that one. It could be the mysterious champion, but Monochromon fits that, right? So now we are only missing those two guys right there, right? And then we need to see if they have different champions or the same champion. Because all of the others are completed. Yeah, we now just need to go to the champions, thank goodness, but we just got Megadramon, that's still young, right? He's still very young. He's water? Wait, that's good, because if he is water, he is going to use all of those paralyzing attacks? Look at his finisher. By the way, that's that's not written correctly. It's misspelled. Oh no, he doesn't have all of the water attacks. But he has Ice Statue, so... Yeah, Ice Statue does it. Dynamite... What? Hello? Where are the legs? Never mind, the punch works because he does have arms, right? For a second I was like, he doesn't have arms. No, he has arms. But he has no legs. But we have the mech attacks, which are not that great. We finally have somebody that can use the crazy dimension attack, right? Dude, look at that power though. He has the buffing attack too, right? This one? You know what? I will actually give him this. But I'll need to now give him brains. So I can... not only brains, remember magic points? Oh my goodness. We have no magic points. Yeah, we need to start a crazy course of magic points and brains. So I can have full control over that moveset. But you know what? He doesn't need that. If the Ice Statue triggers or like paralyzes the enemy, we good. Sabri is saying like, just get the legs of somebody else and then use them. Like rip off somebody else's legs. And then like use it with your arm, like you hit it like this. Yeah, now we have that problem though. I don't have magic points. If I train magic points, do I raise my brains? I do not, right? I raise my I actually should raise my defense too. But I really like how we were able to get this guy. Thanks to Shogun Gakkomon's items, you see, they were useful in the end. But I have the feeling that getting the, let's say, Monochromon, I probably will miss some cycles right there. where am I heading now? I should train, right? But I kinda also wanted to look at the tournaments, even though I have no chances because I have no magic points. But I wanna see what can he join. Only that rank 8 tournament? Should we go fishing? You know what, let's buff him first. And then, depending if we can really make him good for the tournaments, we decide on fishing or not. Although I do have a question now. But I don't know if you could answer it to me, Subaru. Hausa probably would know the answer for that. The question is the following. When we finally won our first rank S tournament with Megadramon, I asked the chat if it was still worth for me to keep on going to the tournament, trying to get like a new item that could give me a new Digimon, right? The answer there was yes. What if one of the items that could be the prize was for this guy? And then it brings up the question, is it still worth for me to go to the rank S tournament? Because I now have the feeling it's not. Because I imagine after going to the rank S tournaments, they will reward you with an ultimate item, right? I got all of them right now. So I'm assuming the rank S tournaments are also over, because we kinda got all of the Digimon for their prizes. Unless it's going to be like a plot twist, and then I still can get something out of it. That honestly, if there is still something, I would hope it's the Devimon item, because I'm doomed to get that Devimon. If I train your defense, do you get magic points? Subway is saying that he would say that now the answer is no, because Megadramon could be the item. I also imagine so. This gives me brains. Okay, I will continue on this training then. It's raising two things that I kinda need to get. Actually, if I go for... if I go for this, do I get magic points? I do! You know what? I'm focusing on this now. We are training brains and getting some magic points. You know what's funny? Because we were finally able to get 3 Digimon that we were looking for, and we got them in a row, for some weird reason, it makes it sound this was easy. I should not let this game fool me, right? This was not easy. But finally we got lucky enough. But it does give me the impression this was somewhat easy now, just because I was able to accomplish it. But I gotta say that I had a very good strategy for this one. Between Sidramon's options, it was kinda screaming to me like, don't go to magic points, don't go to brains. But then Phoenixmon, I wouldn't know for sure what would be the course to avoid Phoenixmon. Not sure. I got the sequence right? Yeah, right. But then, like I was saying, I do not believe we are getting Monochromon that easily. Monochromon are the mysterious champion. I'm not considering Devimon because maybe Devimon will be the last thing I'll be going after. It's still like a big question mark. Even though I may have some strategies to try, some because I thought about them, some because the chat has been kind of pointing to them, right, chat? But it still sounds something very awful for me to go after. Then I would prefer like getting an item from the tournament or something. It sounds easier. But like canceling 5 possible options to get a Monochromon sounds too hard. Let's put him to sleep. I will go get more sirloins because he's getting... You see, he's eating it all. It's a little bit mind-blowing how this guy can be your partner. He screams like... I mean, Devimon sounds weird for you to have as a partner as well. Because they scream like evil Digimon. It's not every time you can get an evil somewhat Digimon or like even somewhat partner in your party. But maybe it does happen a little bit, right? Especially when, I don't know, some villains have redemption moments and then they decide to join you. Yeah, but little by little things change in games as well. So maybe this was the beginning of like evil characters becoming partners of the main protag. Even Pokemon today has been changing. Like now in Pokemon Legend Arceus, your main character can get hit directly by the Pokemon and even faint. I guess nobody has seen that day coming, right? Or look at Animal Crossing New Horizons. Scorpions can knock you down, or spiders as well. So yeah, games have been changing little by little. and maybe I just need to get used to it. Having somewhat evil partners. Mechanics that make sense? Do you mean... Yeah, they do make sense, right? Getting hit by Pokemon, fainting after getting stung by a scorpion or a spider, yeah. It makes sense, you just don't imagine it's going to happen. At least not on those games. I'm now remembering how the internet was amazed, or like everybody was in shock when you could be in Death Stranding. The answer is it makes sense, but you don't see or you don't expect it happening. Like a video game where your character needs to go to the bathroom. What the heck? Even sleeping is something that many games skip, right? Look at... I mean, never mind. I was going to say that Mario never sleeps. That's not true. If you just do not move him, the first thing he does is sleeping. But isn't it funny though? Like you have like Princess Peach's castle, and then Princess Peach was like giving you a cake after you rescued her, and you explored the whole castle kinda. Where was the kitchen? Where do they bake a cake? Where do they eat? Where were the bathrooms as well? Like do they pee in the water like outside of the castle or something? I'm now getting some flashbacks of that series of videos you gave me, Suber, of like what's wrong in Resident Evil. It's all about those things, right? The cake is a lie. The cake was bought, right? It was bought in a bakery. I know that it's a lot of work for people to, of course, develop games and stuff. So everything that could answer those questions that I just did would be extra to the game. But honestly, I would love to play a game that you can see everything connected like that. I don't know, if there is a cake in the game, you know where that cake was baked. You can check the place, and then maybe you can see where the ingredients were bought as well. You know, things that make a lot of sense. I think it's going to rain a lot because I'm hearing some thunder noises. Can you hear some thunder as well? Man, we are getting to max happiness. We got to max happiness. This guy loves to train. My brain's take. We are training brains, and my brain is taking me to all sorts of random places. I now just remembered my amazing character, Selfie, from Final Fantasy VIII, saying, I love trains. Yeah, Megadramon loves to train as well. Oh, Selfie. I believe one of these days it was like Squall's birthday or something. Which makes sense because everything about him is like the lion, and then of course he would be a Leo character. But yeah, one of these days was Squall's birthday. Welcome back. I was just saying that I just got flashbacks from Final Fantasy VIII because I was saying that Megadramon loves to train, and then I was like remembering Selfie saying I love trains. Yeah, Selfie, you are not alone, even though they are different trains, right? One is train and the other is training. Final Fantasy VIII had a lot to be a fantastic game, or like better than what people say. If only the overworld was not that empty. I believe that's the biggest problem about that game, in my opinion. They just had to give it more things to do in the overworld. It was not very rewarding to explore. It was actually very punishing to explore. Hence the very hard side quests. That's something else that I miss. I miss fighting those crazy super bosses. Oh, I actually got 500 of brains. By the way, how old are you? He's 10 already, okay. Maybe we have only 3 days left to train. I will start giving you carrots because we need to go fasting here. He's not very fast either, right? But I don't think I should spend more time training his speed. But the best thing of Final Fantasy VIII, and maybe one of the things that make that game worth checking out, are the Laguna parts. Man, that was so out of nowhere. The songs were only bangers. Who were the... I love how I almost said who were the Digimon. Who were the monsters that I loved to see them because they used to dance? And then I got so sad when freaking Odin slayer them. I forgot those guys' names, but I still remember them. So years have passed by, and I still love those tiny monsters from Final Fantasy VIII that were so cute and they were dancing. Oh, wait, Fun Guys? Isn't Fun Guy like from Chrono Cross? But maybe I can't remember their names. I just remember loving them because they danced, and I used to dance with them too. You're tired, right? He's everything. He's tired, hungry. That's such a weird way to sleep, right? He sleeps flying or floating. I will go check the tournaments again, even though I don't feel ready for anything, but... Man, I was talking about burgers earlier. I wish I could have burgers now. But I'll be eating some cheese and lettuce sandwiches, I guess. Some yogurt as well. So what is in here? So I believe this next week there is going to be a state of play presentation from Sony. Should I be hyped? I believe the only thing that could be there that would make me hyped is if, I don't know, Square Enix drops some more information of their Final Fantasy games. Yeah, I believe that's the only thing that could make me hyped. Although, maybe Atlas could be dropping some more Persona information, but then I doubt it. I mean, never mind, I'm starting to get some ideas. If we could see more of that Harry Potter game as well, I would like to see it. There is also that Life is Strange new game, but maybe I have seen enough of it, so I don't need to see more. But probably they will be showing Horizon Forbidden West and God of War. Those are not really my games. But as I don't know if I will have like another conference anytime soon regarding video game companies. I mean, there are some rumors that Nintendo should be dropping some Nintendo Direct, but as it's not confirmed, I guess I watch the Sony conference anyway, just to get distracted. Oh, Funguar, yes, Funguar. That's exactly their names. There we go. Good job, Sabru. Yes, Funguars. You don't know what to wait. You don't know what to expect. I guess God of War, Horizon, Forbidden West. Those titles for sure. The rest, I'm not sure. But there is a chance now that I'm thinking of some Persona news. Like Atlas promised that they would be dropping Persona news this year. And as the main game Persona games are like for the Sony consoles, maybe it's not going to be like an eternal exclusive because they have been starting to open their minds to possibilities and even dropping those games on PC and stuff. But initially, I think they would still follow the pattern of like allowing the PlayStation to have it first. So you know what? There is a chance we could be getting some Persona news in there, Persona 6 news. Unless Atlas comes up with independent conference with only their games. But I will not dream on this because the odds are low. But it's definitely the announcement that we can still have this year that would make me feel the greatest, you know. And I'm so curious to see which color they're going for this time because every Persona game goes around a color. 3 was blue, 4 is yellow, 5 is red. If they want to be obvious, then 6 would be green. But I don't know why I have a feeling that we could be getting orange. But then if they are obvious, it's going to be green. We are actually making it right. We are finally giving him a medium amount of magic points, so we may be able to try a little bit the tournaments. Especially because if I don't need to go back to the rank S tournaments, it might be safer. Maybe we won't be fighting very dangerous Digimon. Like in the Nature Cup we were able to do a good job last time. What's bugging me right now is that I don't have a lot of defense. Normally I have 300 of defense. By the way, Subber, I don't know if you watch many Marvel movies, but did you know that some locations in some Avengers movies happened in Brazil actually? I won't be able to like describe the locations that much. He's at 12, I think. And then tomorrow he's going to be 13. Let me give him a last Magic Points training. Man, my nose today is super bad. And then we put him to sleep. There is a Brazilian location in the... How is it called? Civil War, right? Civil War movie, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was based on the Iguazu Falls, the place where I want to travel the most. And in the Ultimate movie, there was a location in there that was based on the state of Maranhão, which is in the north, either north or northeast. I'm sorry for my geography right now. I think it is north, but I can be wrong. Is it still northeast? Let me check. But in there, in that state, they have some water beds in the middle of like the desert, and they use those water beds as an idea or like as an inspiration for the creation of one of the planets they have in Ultimate. What is the name of the planet? I have it in here. Vormir. Yeah, somewhere in the Marvel Avengers universe, there is a location called Vormir. It was based on this place in Brazil. You have watched up to Civil War. You haven't watched the rest? I skipped many of those movies, but watching Ultimate, the last one, was worth. It's a good one. I was going to Google something, right? I forgot what I was going to Google. Oh yeah, I have the feeling it's in the north region, but I can be wrong. Is it northeast still? It is still in the northeast, so I was wrong. At the very least, I was in doubt, so being in doubt is good than like being sure, right? I was training magic points and now you are 13 years old. No, never mind, he's still 12. But let me go check the tournaments again. But it was interesting to know that those crazy blockbusters of Avengers movies, they had some locations inspired in Brazil. It's funny that when you watch the movie, you don't identify those places at all because they get all sorts of visual effects. But when I saw the video talking about them, I was like, oh yeah, I can see what they made in there. Also because you do not expect like your country to be in such a movie, you know. But they made it twice. We can go for a rank S tournament. Or not. No, we can't. Tomorrow. I kinda don't want to. No, right? We are probably going to lose. We may not get something useful out of it. Man, let me do something about my nose. It's starting to run. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So you think we should go after the fish? I mean, I can't see any tournaments available so far. If there were some tournaments that were interesting for us to join, then I can see myself going for the fish, but so far I have been training him for kinda nothing. We are not getting lucky on the tournaments. Well, let's see tomorrow. Okay, I think that's enough. I mean, I could go for more, but maybe now I should go for a little bit of defense. I forgot that we could also go after Analog Man, right? I forgot about that. There may not be tournaments, but that's not the only thing available. You know what? I think I will check it again, but if there is nothing, I will go after Analog Man. And I'm getting very hungry right now. So I may not be going for much longer, but I will try still finding Analog Man or jumping into a tournament. Or if this guy dies, then rip, right? So let's see, are we lucky in the tournament today? In case we are, I'm fishing. I think we are not. Okay, so I'm after Analog Man right now. I was going to check the factory. But then if he's not there... Wait, do I have enough floppies? I guess... I'll be alright, right? I'll be alright. I could put you to sleep, but you are now under some risk. So at the very least, check if the factory is the place or not. And then in case it is, I can put you to sleep. If only we were using the ice statue in a tournament, right? This is at least good for us to farm some bits. We are not very rich right now. Yeah, we gotta recover, right? Oh, I knew we were fighting them. Oh, at least 2 of them only. What have we used our money before, though? I don't remember what gave us a lot of expenses anymore. I saw that, yes. Somebody is saying, like, if I have seen what happened in the Brazil versus Argentina soccer game, yeah. It seems that the game was interrupted and cancelled because some players of Argentina went to the United Kingdom 15 days before the game, and that was like against the sanitary rules. Wasn't it that summer? Not that I wanted to watch the game, but many people were talking about it on social media. It's not the factory. Okay, so... yeah, they were visiting a country that was kind of under quarantine, and it was not safe for the players to be playing together, right? But they were lying on the documents or on the files when they arrived in Brazil. I didn't know about that part of it though. Wait, I gave him a name to view. What? It's the autopilot. I mean, I hope there is some sort of punishment, right? That's totally not a good example for what should be happening in the soccer universe. And if there is no penalty, then it's not fair. Oh, probably I was spending my money on Megadramon. But then if he's not in there in Factorial City, where the heck is he? He was not in Thailand? Unless he's repeating the locations. No, he's not in the Dino region. I mean, he could be in Beetleland. He could be there. Wait, he could be in Beetleland, but he was not, right? Because when we had Hercules Caputrimon, we went to Beetleland. So we kinda checked it already, right? I'm starting to think he's repeating the locations. Gear Savannah doesn't have anything. Wait, no, but then the Trash Mountain is not like a locked place, you know? It's not a building, it's a city. And he has been only showing up in... I mean, unless he's at Grey Lord's Mansion, but... I'm going there to check. I do have a virus Digimon by my side, so he can enter there. But honestly, now the probability is telling me that he is repeating the locations. He has nowhere else to hide. He must repeat the locations, because if this is happening on every year or something, he's going to run out of hideouts. Oh! We found an orange banana. Okay. We probably found that before, right? It's not a new item, I guess? I will check it. Okay. He's not in here. But since I'm here, I will check two things. I will talk to Miotismon once again because this translation doesn't help me at all. It's so confusing. I'm actually surprised that Miotismon is not an ultimate on this game. Like, he's not a possible Digivolution. Sometimes if Megadramon fades away, he will Bakemon. He will Digivolve, probably that was what's missing. And then Bakemon, Devimon, and Phoenixmon also Digivolve that way. Also Digivolve. When he says also Digivolve, he means that they need to die, right? He means that it's not the result. It's like they are the subject, so they will digivolve. It's not like something is digivolving into them. That's what was making me confused last time, because I was thinking, oh, let's suppose Bakemon dies, and then he digivolves that way into Devimon. But it's weird that Devimon is also on that list. So like, Devimon also will die to digivolve into something else? You know, it's too crazy. So because Devimon is also on that list, that I was confused, and then maybe they were the results of another Digimon that could be dying. Especially because he says that right there. I don't know who they were at birth. Because he says this is why I also think they are the results, not, which makes sense. Like, if somebody dies, you get Birdramon. It is the second option. At least now it sounds more logical. If somebody dies, you get Phoenixmon. That somebody must be Birdramon, I guess. And then he was saying if Megadramon dies, probably what was missing is like he digivolves into a Skullgreymon, I believe. So yeah, he's talking about somebody that dies and digivolves into him. Or into those options, like Bakemon, Devimon, and Phoenixmon. He did not mention the Skullgreymon, but probably it was a skipped dialogue. Who would die to become Bakemon though? Maybe any of my rookies? And then let's think about this though. Greymon is a champion, he dies, he becomes a Skullgreymon. Birdramon is a champion, he dies, or she dies, and becomes Phoenixmon. If the other two that are Bakemon and Devimon, that are champions, follow the same pattern as those two before, the ones that needed to die were the rookies, right? Because it's one stage before the one that is getting the result. Honestly, if I had to guess, I would say that Gabumon, when he dies, he turns into Bakemon because Gabumon wears that cloth, that fur cloth. There is a question I want to make though. Because so far, only one Digimon. I mean, it's not confirmed, but I'm kinda assuming this. One Digimon has a direct result to the Digivolution that happens this way, right? For example, for me to get Megadramon, the one and only Digimon that dies to get or to turn into him is Greymon. But then Bakemon is kinda making me think that maybe more than one Digimon could be dying and having a chance to become him. So that could be like off the pattern. And that's actually the question that I was thinking about making, like, is it one only Digimon that can die and turn into Bakemon or many of them? Because honestly, looking at this chart, there is no clear sight of like who could be it. Honestly, I have no clue. So that makes me think that maybe more than one, like more than one Digimon could die and become him. Because he's a freaking ghost, he's so generic, right? But then regarding Devimon, there is this possibility that was kinda hinted on the chat before. But if I consider other options, there is Ogremon too. And even Bakemon, which was my first guess. Like, Bakemon dies and then Devimon. But because of what has happened on this chat in the past, I kinda believe it's going to be Angemon now. But I'm very curious to also figure who could be the one for Devimon. I mean, for Bakemon. Subri is saying that the death science of this game has some variables. It's not like an equal rule to everyone. Yeah, because I'm working with what I know so far, and that's why I'm trying to find patterns, but of course maybe some patterns will not be accurate. Especially for Bakemon, like... I mean, unless it's that the answer, like... No, but it's not that the answer, because Myotismon said, I have no idea who is in the chart that can become him. So maybe it won't be that logical, you know? That Lekimon, when he dies, he could also turn into the champion he becomes. But if I had to guess now from everything I have gathered so far, and also the somewhat hints from the chat, maybe my best shot is Angemon. Like, we get Angemon, we see if we can kill him somehow, and see what happens. If that doesn't work, maybe Bakemon, my original idea, was the one. Even though I'm still confused on like, okay, Bakemon could be an option, but then who would die to become a Bakemon? I have no clue. Anyway, that's the first thing I came here to think about. But now it does sound more like those Digimon he said are the results, not really the start. Because they start, he says, he doesn't know from the charts, because the chart will not tell me that. So at least now I feel better about that. information he's giving us. But I came here also to check the secret lab. Which was actually right here, right? Do you remember that refrigerator on this mansion that was kinda odd? No, this is still the underground lab. And I will not go check that refrigerator anymore. I believe it was just like... By the way, what the heck is this one here? Oh, those are two huge bones, actually. They find it strange. The refrigerator has a dialogue. And then for some time, I was wondering if it were important. But in the end, I think it's not important. Hey Ritsuru, what's up, man? Good day, good night, good afternoon, right? What's up, man? We are close to... I mean, I don't want to raise the hopes that much, but... we were able to accomplish a lot of progression lately in the past streams. Look at this, we are only missing 3 Digimon now. We got this one today. And we got Kuwagamon and Hercules Kabuterimon last time. So now we are only missing 3. And I'm investigating those 3. How's Digimon going? Actually very great. Like I said, we were able to accomplish some crazy progression lately. These 2 streams were able to give us more than in the past month. So thanks to that, we are only missing 3 now. One is a complete mystery. The other one, there are some hints that I was just checking right now, but they are kinda confusing. But I may have some ideas to like attempt. And the other one is there, but maybe hard. For example, it's probably that guy right there. Or that other guy right there, but as you can see, there are like 6 options. For me to like train my Digimon to like point it to that one specific direction will be tough. But that's actually what we are going after next time. Somebody is saying that I opened the fridge looking for meat. Oh yes, I did that, right? Looking for meat for Myotismon. And then the meat was not there, so there was a note. And then I went to the garden and then I found the meat. That's true, maybe that's the importance of that fridge, right? I was just thinking that I could still be, I don't know, missing a secret in there, but not really. By the way, Ritsuru, I was even telling Victor this earlier. Something very crazy happened to me this week. Actually, no, last week, right? Last week. I do answer some surveys on websites and apps. That's a way for me to make on some extra money. And sometimes those surveys, they ask my opinion about movies, series, and everything. And then I got a survey asking me about 1899, the show that the creators of Dark are working on. It's going to be out next year. Man, I freaking got a huge description of what seemed to be the first episode of the show, but of course I can't share because of like copyrights and things like that. But dude, they gave me like 3 pages of what I think will be the first episode of the show, so I now have confidential information of the show that I'm the most hyped to watch. So I was like, I cannot believe this is happening. Although I was unfortunate to like get so excited when it was going on that I was like celebrating and walking around the room and getting distracted by my own thoughts. And then unfortunately, because I was like leaving the idea to settle on my mind, everything that I was reading and imagining as well. I left my phone to get on idle mode, and then once I went back, they were like, "You are not paying attention, so I'm going to not allow you to finish the survey," which was sad because I would like to like tell them, "Oh yes, go for the show. It's sounding awesome. I'm loving it and everything," but I was like walking around my room and then thinking too much about everything that was going on that I had that happening. My phone, it stopped the screen. It entered on idle, and then they were like, "No, I'm canceling the survey. You will not read more about 1899." But that was fine because I read 3 pages already. And man, I will not say the details because it's confidential. It's not cool for me to say anything. What I will say though, it's what I told the others too. It's full of references. After I had the survey cancelled, I straight went to Google to like, wait, that name, that word, what is the story behind it again? So it's full of references again. And it's also full of characters, which was something that made me worried a little bit because maybe we won't have the same idea of the families that we had in Dark to organize the characters. Maybe now you need to like separate them for their nationalities or something because everybody will be speaking a different language, so maybe that's a strategy for us to remember them, but it's kind of full of characters. And the problem is that it's also feeling like it's going to have a fast speed, like it's going to be fast. Because when I was reading that script, or like the summary of what I believe is going to be the first episode, a lot was happening. Like they gave me way more information than what I was expected to. And what I felt like was that if it goes on that pace, we can kind of expect the show to go on the pace of like Dark Season 2, when things are happening every time. That's how I felt when I was reading that. And then maybe they won't give us a lot of time to get used to the characters or to introduce us to the characters that well. But besides the amount of characters and maybe not having enough time to, learn everything about them, I'm intrigued. Like, shit's going to happen. It's probably going to happen fast, maybe even in the first episode. And there is also a margin to some horrifying things too. I could not like finish the survey, so I don't know if there was like a fourth page for me to keep on reading the script. But the third page gave me a, let's say, cliffhanger of something quite creepy. But we need to see it when it's there, right, for us to watch. And also, when I was reading everything, the series that I connected what I was reading to was Snowpiercer. It's also a Netflix exclusive series. It is actually very good. Maybe not as great as, I don't know, Dark, but it's still a very good show, especially now that the first and second seasons are all out. So I would recommend you checking it out if you're curious. I thought on Snowpiercer because Snowpiercer happens on a train, and there is like a lot of problems going on inside that train. And 1899 happens in a ship, right? Like in a cruise or something. And there are like ways the crowd will be organized in the cruise, the same as in a train. So I made that connection, between Snowpiercer, but also this show. Dude, But here's the thing though. Before they revealed that I would be reading about 1899, they were also kind of, let's say, bringing up other possible shows for the survey to take the direction to me. Because I believe the survey was not only about 1899. They had like a couple upcoming shows or movies. And then depending on your answers, you could get like a better result for you to give your opinion. And I think I know why I got 1899. It's because before I got to the section with the show, they were asking me about some actors. And they had on that list of actors, they had the Stranger from Dark, and they also had this one actor from the series Elite, which is another Netflix exclusive series, but this one is from Spain. And I have watched Elite, and then I liked Elite a lot too. I would also recommend if you like some school drama shows with like mysteries. I just thought that the fourth season of Elite was not that great, but the past three seasons were very good, especially season 2, I think. Yeah, season 2 was probably my favorite. And both actors are in the cast of 1899, so I believe because I said that I knew those actors and I like their works, they probably, told me to answer about 1899. But I was like so out of my mind that I should have like finished this first, and then after that you think about it to celebrate, you like get excited. Yes, I was like giving myself some breaks to like absorb the information. I was even rereading what I read, like I want to read this page again. I want to read this page again. I was taking my time. And then by taking too much time, they disclassified me or something. It's sad that we don't know when it's out, right? We don't know if it's out in the beginning of next year. I actually think so, because if they are already asking for opinions about the plot of others, it's probably very advanced in the development, so hopefully it's going to be out in the beginning of next year. I would say at max, let's say in June, I don't think they will go to the second semester of the next year. I really doubt it. And the other thing that I thought as well is, in case everything I read was about only the first episode, and then, like I said, it is this fast-paced, that made me think that maybe the show won't have many seasons as Dark, because Dark had its own time to accelerate things. So if the show is accelerating right away, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's going to be a shorter show, maybe 1 or 2 seasons maybe. We'll need to see. But that's something else that I was thinking too. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the resub. But dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the things I read. There is so much I wish I could talk, but it's better for me to not do it. Let's keep the curiosity going. Also because you guys will be very surprised when you're watching it, right? I won't be at that much, because I now have an idea. I will only say another thing. I believe we're going to have a female protag. Maybe she won't be the only one, but from what I read, I have the feeling we are probably going to get a female protag, So that could be a bit different. I haven't been able to check in lately. I know, man. I know that your work schedule hasn't been too friendly regarding our scheduling here, but also because I wouldn't say I have been streaming to like very, very late as well. Only when things like this happen in the game, like I get a Digimon that I was looking for, and then I see that I have some odds of, doing a lot of things with that Digimon, and then I kind of stay streaming for longer so we can see the results of everything. But if I don't have those things happening, I kind of end it shortly, and then I save it for the next weekend. Yeah, everything has been alright, even though I kind of have been skipping Saturday's streams for a while or for some time. Sometimes because of other things that are happening. For example, there was that weekend where I wanted to watch the skating competition. But I gotta say that lately I have been kinda not very motivated maybe to be playing roller coaster on Saturday. So I'm kinda taking a little break of that. Like this week. This week I was like, I don't know if I really wanna go for it. But yeah, everything is alright. I'm just like giving myself a little break on the Saturday streams. You were sad that you still must wait until next year. Yeah, but it's coming up. Like September is here, then we blink 2 times, and then it's December already. It's Christmas. How is everything else going? Everything is okay. I just couldn't sleep very well this week because I was kind of waking up early for some reason. My body was like waking up early. How are things at home? Everything is okay at home. How is COVID? It's getting better. I mean, it's getting better and not, right? It is getting better regarding more people getting vaccinated, and I I do think that for most part of Brazil, the cases are decreasing. Although that we have now this new variant, right, the Delta variant, and then those cases are actually increasing. Actually, here in Rio, it's kind of getting very common or very inf- infectious. But in general, everything is okay. Like regarding COVID, for the rest of the country, the cases are kind of decreasing. Have there been any more crime type things happening at all? I mean, Brazil is always dangerous, but nothing that I have seen anymore. Nothing crazy as like the day somebody was executed on the corner here. No, yeah. There are some moments where I kind of feel worried. For example, when I finish the stream and then I go downstairs to have my dinner and watch TV, it's like during late night. And there are some moments where I hear some crazy motorcycles, riding across the neighborhood, and sometimes it's like a bunch of them in a row, like a gang or something. There was this one night that I was kind of worried of something happening because sometimes there are thieves or like bandits that they cause all sort of ruckus in the cities during the late nights. This has been happening in some other cities, and they go to the banks and they explode the banks and then they get the money and stuff. So when I hear like those motorbikes super loud during the late night, I kind of feel a little bit intimidated. But thankfully, it was just a I don't know a scare maybe. Nothing really happened. Nothing that I know. COVID seems to be coming back in there, so I haven't been really following the COVID news that much. But I sometimes check on some small news on social media, especially on Twitter, and I believe that this new variant is this dangerous because even people that are vaccinated are getting infected, right? Or like they are feeling the symptoms, isn't it? That's something that I assumed that was happening, and that's why some cases are rising, but I wasn't that sure. And then I also heard that some people are considering giving 3 shots for the vaccine, or maybe even 4. So that conversation or that idea is also buzzing here in Brazil of like adding more shots to the vaccine, or maybe making that vaccine something that people need to take yearly, just like some influenza vaccines. We have had many positive COVID cases at your workplace. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh no, one of our coworkers died from it. But was he vaccinated or like taking the precautions? He was only 50 years old. So I'm guessing he was somewhat vaccinated. Yeah, this new variant has been kind of scary, but I honestly don't know much about it. But I'm guessing it's this dangerous because people that were vaccinated can still get the symptoms, right? But in general, even though I took my first shot, I'm still taking the precautions, and so is my family. So my second shot is only in November. Should I finally put this guy to sleep? I was trying to find... Yes, I was trying to find Analog Man, right? So people with vaccines have pretty much always have been able to get COVID, even the older variants. Yeah, there was a famous actor here in Brazil that everybody was shocked he died because he did get the vaccines, and yeah, out of nowhere he died. But it keeps you from having very serious complications usually. Yeah, my so what I was trying to say is that of course you can still get the virus and then even like spread it, even if you're vaccinated. What I was trying to say is about the symptoms, like will they be aggressive or not? And then I'm assuming that since this Delta variant has been somewhat concerning, I'm assuming it does make people feel it's aggressive, even if they took the shots, right? So like the vaccines are not that strong against this variant. But again, I was not really after the news that much because I'm trying not to get too much of information of COVID. Like I was not seeking the information. If the information comes to me, then it's good. But I'm not like checking the news or seeing how's everything for Rio. But of course, I'm taking care of myself and my family is alright as well, and my friends too. Um, it just doesn't give you the most aggressive symptoms that could make you to die, right? Oh, he was not vaccinated, man. Many people here refuse to be vaccinated. There are some stories that are so crazy, right? Like, oh yeah, if you get vaccinated, I don't know, somebody will be monitoring you, like where you go and everything, because it has like microchips and something. What? Even though the vaccine is readily available to everybody in there. Yes, even some vaccines from the US were sent to Brazil, so it could like help us in here. I believe that one of the vaccines, or the vaccine that I got, the Pfizer, was because of that. Like, it was so advanced in there that they were sending some to Brazil, and then we got the Pfizer vaccines in here because our own vaccine, which was the CoronaVac, it was kind of slower on production, right? And then when the Pfizer vaccines got here, I was able to get vaccinated, basically. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I'm so sorry about those news. I kind of wish he were at least vaccinated, but at the very least, I hope that he becomes like an example for like other people to be brave to get vaccinated, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of like needles and stuff, but I think nobody is actually, but it was a while since I last had a shot for vaccines, right? So I was somewhat concerned about this one, but I knew that it was like the moment for me to return to vaccination, basically. At the very least, thanks to my anxiety and my other health problems, I got used to blood tests. So the pain I feel when I'm like getting my blood in a blood sample or like in a blood test or in a blood exam, I got used to that, so it's not something that makes me feel that bad or like scared or intimidated. And that's where I found, let's say, my not that's where I got like courageous enough to like, okay, I can take that shot in there, so I can take a shot on my arm too because I got used to that pain, so it's not going to be that different, right? And actually, it was ridiculous. When people told me that, oh, getting the shot, the vaccine, it doesn't hurt at all. Like it's much better than the blood test. So when they told me that, I was like, oh, really? Let's see. And then it was that for real. I could not believe. So if people are not like taking their vaccines or shots because of the pain, I mean, unless you get very unlucky and then somebody that doesn't have the dexterity to apply the shot on you, like causes some pain on you, it was nothing. Like it didn't hurt at all. And yes, it is way better than actually taking a blood exam or like. But then I know it's not the case, right? I know most people that are not getting vaccinated is because of the conspirations of like, oh, this vaccine is actually going to make me sick, or like, I don't take anything that comes from China, or they are going to have a microchip and then it's going to investigate everything I do. Here in Brazil, there are even there are even stories of like, if you take that shot, you're going to turn into a crocodile. There is even that one. But there is a positive one, or like somewhat positive one that people were spreading around, of like, if you take the shot, your boobs are going to grow. So there were many people saying, I took my shot, now I'm waiting for my boobs to grow. But in the end, people do need to get vaccinated not because of their own lives, but also as a respect for the other people's lives, right? Subway is saying that the new variant is more contagious. It is not more destructive, really, but there have been many discussions about adding more shots. Like instead of only taking 2 shots, adding a third one, a fourth one. I was thinking it was related to the new variant. Even though he was vaccinated, I still did not wish. Yes, of course not, right? Nobody deserves that for sure. There was one day, I think I did not mention this on the stream though. There was one day, and it's probably because a mix of a little bit of anxiety plus the dinner I had in the previous day. There was one day that I woke up like I have been waking up super early, but I woke up like feeling very sick. I woke up like with my belly feeling completely messy, and in the end, I had diarrhea and I was like also vomiting. And it was so bad because it happened out of nowhere. I was not like expecting that to trigger. And it was such a powerful combo of like diarrhea and vomit that I felt that I was struggling to breathe. And it's the worst, like, it's the worst. You like to not feel able to breathe, right? Thankfully, after I put everything out of my body, I started to feel better. But it was such a strange event. I have the feeling that it's because I don't know. Probably I had something or some sort of bad energy uh, accumulated inside of me somehow, and then I had to put it out. That's how I felt. After I put it out, I felt like free from stress or free from anxiety and stuff. But yeah, like dying from this disease or from this COVID sucks. Like the idea of not being able to breathe is horrifying. You do like getting vaccines. I mean, it does make you safer, right? And now that I realize that it doesn't hurt at all because I kind of forgot if it were any painful since it took me years to go back to vaccine or to take one vaccine. Now I will take more for sure. Especially because if I want to go to another country, I need to take some vaccines that I did not take. You got yours because you feel it's the responsible thing. Yes, no. Regarding the COVID, I was like, no matter what, I gotta take this. Yes, I cannot flee anymore. I need to go for this because this was like too much that happened to everybody's lives. And thankfully, in the end, it was like nothing. There were, of course, some side effects, but honestly, I people can take them easily, right? It's much better than, of course, getting infected by the virus and suffering the symptoms. The side effects of the vaccine that I took were that the arm could get hurt for some days, but it was not too bad. What I felt was that my arm was very tired or exhausted, like I exercised it a lot the previous day or something. That's how I reacted to it. But after 2 days, I was not feeling anything, so completely worth. As you know, I like to travel, so we have been getting shots for many years for hepatitis. Yes, you see those crazy diseases. I need to get some vaccines in case I start traveling around too. Sabro is confirming that the strong of this variant is the same. The strength actually, the strength of this variant is the same. We have those thoughts in there. You just want people to leave. You don't want people to die. Yes, I have seen, or I think everybody knows somebody that lost a family member or a friend uh, during these days or during these past years, thanks to COVID. And you see how destructive like the person feels after it happens to them, right? There is this guy that lost his mom, and he's in a very like depressive mood right now, right? So it is really bad. Nobody deserves that at all. The worst part is that people lose what might be the most enjoyable part of most people's lives, which is the age between 55 to 75. Or it's surreal, I'll tell you this. You guys know that I'm a kid, right? I may be 30 plus years, but in the end, I'm just a kid. But I will tell you this, thanks to everything that I'm doing today regarding the investments, I believe you have a point in there. Probably the best days of my life will be that age when my investments are like OP, and then I will be able to like do some things that I'm kind of not able to do today. So you know what? I never really dreamed about getting old because my spirit is of a kid. So if my body's getting old, then you know it's a conflict. But the preparation that I have been doing and you also do, looking for the future, will totally be worth for us. So I believe I will also have an enjoyable fraction of those ages right there, even though that never got to my mind before. Somebody's saying that the third dose is that you don't know up until when the effect of the first two doses will work, right? So to extend the effect and to guarantee they will be good, a third dose could be necessary. I will tell you, I had a similar situation happening to you about 2 months. Yeah, you had that too. I have a feeling it's because in the previous night I ate a lot of sandwiches. I really ate a lot of bread. I ate like 6 sandwiches or something. And those sandwiches had mayo. So it could have been the mayo, but honestly, I have a feeling it was a mix of things. It was probably the amount of food I ate, but I also have a feeling it was about some sort of bad energy that I had inside of me, which could be related to anxiety. Because some days prior to that, I was dealing with an awful situation, so I was like recovering from that. And I have the feeling after I put that all out, I was clean, I was all good again. You threw up in your mouth while you were sleeping. Oh my god, man! You woke up with no breath and it was terrifying. Do you have an idea of what could have triggered it? That's even worse. What happened to me? Like I had time to go to the bathroom to like vomit in there, not in the bed. You slammed your stomach onto the board of your bed so hard. That's what happened? Dude, what the heck? But thankfully, even though it was a big scare, you were alright now. Man, that was so crazy. But yeah, that has been happening to me a lot, like waking up early. Probably it's going to happen to me today, to be honest, and then I need to like try to sleep again. But at the very least, I'm not feeling sick anymore like I did on that day. But then sometimes I cannot fall asleep again. You basically use the edge of the bed to basically hit yourself in the stomach and make it push out of your throat. But man, that's so weird. Were you having some sort of nightmares? I have been getting many nightmares. Because I'm also guessing you are not like a sleep... Is it sleepwalker, the term? You have no idea what caused it? Nothing similar? What the heck, right? But it happened to you 2 months ago. This happened to me in August. Like, I would give it 2 weeks ago. You generally sleep quite easily or soundly. Did you go through some awful situations in the days prior that? In the end, it could have been food, but also something psychological, maybe stress or anxiety. In my case, I do have a feeling anxiety took a part of it. Normally but that's the crazy thing about anxiety, right? You never know how is it going to feel like or hit your body. I have had all sorts of symptoms because of anxiety. Intense heartbeat, or like, um, I forgot the word, but like my heartbeat was like super fast. Insomnia, parts of my body that started to ache or feel uncomfortable. My neck feeling very heavy, like a stone. And now I believe this diarrhea plus vomit could have been a result of anxiety too. But thankfully, my anxiety has not been like um, impossible to deal with, or like it's been something that I can't. It hasn't been too bad. It's something that I can live with. You know, it bugs, but not too much, and it has been way worse in the past. But it's funny how the same problem can give you many different results with time, or like many different symptoms. You cannot recall. I think I may have just eaten something bad. Well, in that day, I exaggerated a little bit, and maybe the mayo took part of it. But did you feel much better after it happened? As weird as it sounds, I felt way better after it happened. I don't know why this is funny, but this situation also gives me a little bit of memories from when I used to read my favorite writer, actually, Haruki Murakami. Haruki Murakami writes about magical realism. It's like standard stories, or like stories that look normal, but they will always have something odd going on that may or may not be explained through rational ideas. So he has these stories that feel normal, but there is always something there that keeps you suspecting something is odd. For example, these situations of like everything's okay, but suddenly out of nowhere, vomit and diarrhea, and then everything's okay again, you know? And then what the heck happened in there? So this sounds a lot like a story of his, something he could be writing. There is even this one movie called Burning. It is based on his short story. It's a South Korean movie, highly recommended. Burning is one of those movies that everything look normal, but the atmosphere shows you, or like makes you want to think that there is something that's not right in here, you know? And then you keep on feeling that throughout the movie, and then that's all I can say, right? I can't say much, but it's a fantastic movie. So later on, I was thinking, was this like a Murakami story? Because it's something unexplainable, but it happened in a moment that, you know, maybe it had to happen so I could like feel better about uh, my anxiety, or like the situations that I was through or I went through. You did not, but they may be because you basically injured your stomach in the panic. It took you a couple weeks before your stomach felt normal because you really hit it very hard. I mean, you were like choking, right? Man. But yeah, man, that was super crazy. And you are not alone. I did feel very sick out of nowhere. And I probably will never have an answer. If I know what needs to be done, well, I kinda had a good idea of what I had to do to get this guy. That's why thankfully it worked. But the other Digimon, well, I know who two of them are. One of them is Monochromon, that was kinda spoiled to me on the chat. And the other one is Devimon because this game talks about him. Devimon, it sounds to be like a Digivolution that it's its own thing, like it's not common or like it's not going to be something standard. So it's tricky, but I do have a couple ideas of what to try. I just don't think I will go for him next. I think I will save him for maybe later. Monochromon is probably that one spot or this one spot. I need to understand if those two will digivolve into the same Digimon or not. And if they do digivolve into the same, I think they will go into Monochromon. If not, then it's actually better because I can fill two of those empty slots right there. But yes, going for those two slots right there will give me some trouble because I know nothing about Digimon, so I cannot spoil. Well, there is that too, right? But the thing is that you see there are many paths, right? Normally, each path have, let's say, something that stands out. But as there are 6, it's hard for me to differ them. Like, especially on Gabumon. Gabumon, I cannot study that. In here, I can have a better analysis of what's happening. For example, the 4th Digimon right there, which is Santaramon, is a brainy Digimon. He's very smart. So if I train Nagumon with brains, I probably will get that result. Greymon is a standard strong Digimon, so I should go all around, plus attack, I would say. So Greymon is like, just make a perfect rookie, and then you get Greymon. Tyrannomon on the bottom is like a strong attacker, so we go for attack. But I think that I should commit mistakes as well on my training, like make a somewhat angsty Digimon, and commit mistakes and stuff, not have the perfect cycle. Birdramon and Meramon, I would say that Birdramon gets lots of defense. If I'm not mistaken, one day I was going for defense and I was surprised it went for Birdramon. And Meramon, I would say probably speed. But you see, I need to be analyzing those stats that I should be training my Digimon into, like a Tamagotchi, to see what could be the result. And that's why it's going to be hard, because there are many options in here, but that's the path to go. No, the colors, unfortunately, they don't mean anything. In the beginning I was considering that, but people confirmed that they don't necessarily mean anything. I wish they could give me an indication, but I don't think that's the case. They are pretty much random, yeah. There is another way as well. In this game there are the tournaments, and when you win the tournaments, they normally give you a Digivolutionary item, an item that can digivolve your Digimon into one of them without training, without anything else. You pretty much get what the item gives you. And every Digimon on this game has one. Like, somewhere in this game there is a Digivolutionary item for this empty slot, for this empty slot, and for this empty slot. But most of those items, they seem to be located in the tournaments. So that's why sometimes I also go to the tournaments. But then there are lots of tournaments, and they are kinda hard, so I don't win that easily. But it's the other option available. Like, let's keep on trying to win those tournaments. I was actually trying to do that with this guy, but there were no tournaments available for him right now. And I'm investigating the tournaments. Maybe one of them will give me those 3 items that I'm still looking for. But honestly, I have the feeling that our best shot is to really do it naturally and eventually get to those slots right there. Because the tournaments have been very hard, very hard. But at least, I believe the hardest tournament we were able to win, right? The Rank S tournament. So as long as we can join the other tournaments that are kinda rare to show up, maybe we can have better odds. But I'm telling you, man, we got 3 new Digimon in the past 2 streams. That progress was mind-blowing. Normally we don't get a single Digimon in like a month. We got 3 in 2 days. So even if I now have some time struggling to get the rest or the remaining ones, it's okay because I got a lot in a short amount of time. But I will do my best to do to get the remaining ones, right? I now can see we are getting there, so it's going to happen. But guys, I believe I'm actually going to call it. I was going to hunt for an analog man, but it's now 1 p.m. Wait, 1 a.m. So it's... Oh, by the way, Monochromon is that guy. Yeah, I believe one of my dinosaurs, like especially Agumon, that's like a straight dinosaur, can digivolve into Monochromon, which is this guy right here on the other side of the... what is the word for that? The shop owner in here. But I forgot the word of that and I wish I could remember. It's not a table. It's not a shelf. On the other side of the... It's not a stand, right? I'm sure I know that word, but I forgot it. We have been playing this for a year and 2 months now, maybe? Something around those lines. If you want to see in hours... Counter. On the other side of the counter, there we go. That's the amount of hours we have been in-game. 293 hours and 4 or 40 minutes, I'm not sure, maybe 4 minutes. But if you consider the chatting and the pausing and everything, it's way more than that for sure. But you also need to consider that we have been only playing this game once a week, right? So if I were playing it like more times per week, we could accelerate this. I remember you used to have a list of new games to play on Steam. Wait, on Steam or on stream? I still have the list, yeah. Even though it's not very updated, there are the lists on the description. I also have an upcoming games list, and we are going to probably be playing Cosmic Star Heroine after this game. We'll also be playing Ord, the one special stream game that I want to play with everybody. I was also thinking about playing Hue, which is like a puzzle platform, but I'm not sure if I will keep it because so much time has passed by that maybe I would rather play another game instead. And for the next big game, maybe Golden Sun. Yes, I think Golden Sun would be the next big game. That's probably going to take me a while to beat. But I also have been thinking a lot about Dragon Quest. But I believe I'll play Golden Sun first. Yes, guys, I'm going to cut it in here because if I go after Analog Man and then I find him and then, you know, that fight will take some time too, so... Let's do that next Sunday, and then we can also see if we can still join any of the tournaments. But just like what happened to Hercules Kabuterimon, even if this guy can't do anything else, that's fine, because we got him, and that's what matters, right? So the rest is extra. So let me save it in here. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully he can still survive for a little bit more though. So we can still try the fishing and Analog Man, but then, I mean, I said fishing, no, the tournaments. But then I probably would need to go fishing at some point as well. Thanks for the stream, I appreciate you, man, being able to catch up on the end of the stream. It was great to talk to you, and also good luck in there on your work, and hopefully your co-workers can, like, maybe be more careful about the COVID and then, like, you know, go after the vaccine so everybody can be working safely. But I hope everything goes well, man. Thank you again for stopping by. Subaru, have a great night to you as well, man. I wish everybody a great week. Take care. I don't know if I'll be back next Saturday with Roller Coaster because, like I said, I'm kind of like seeing if I'm feeling it again or not. But definitely Digimon. Digimon, I don't think I will be taking a break from it. But I hope to see you guys next weekend then. Take care and good night.